Welcome to Reframe and Reclaim. We are Courtney Huckabee, a psychotherapist,
and Jen Harris, an interior designer
who have teamed up to reflect,
challenge,
and reframe your mindset in relationship with your personal belongings. Find the reframe.
Start your reclaim.
Welcome back to another episode of Reframe and Reclaim. I'm Jen Harris.
And I am Courtney Huckabee.
And today we're discussing a topic that I think a lot of people can relate to, especially for those of us who like to buy in bulk, right?
Yes.
And it's supposed to save us money. You know, we're told if you buy this, you get a discounted, cost on the goods. But is buying in bulk really saving us money, or is it costing us our peace of mind and how much extra items we're bringing into our home?
Well, I know there's a lot of people who say if you buy in bulk, you save more per unit or per item, which is great. But I also know when I buy in bulk, sometimes I don't get to use all those things before they expire. So maybe there's some things we could buy in bulk that's better than others, but I know you found some research.
Yes, I have, which I will get to shortly. But do you buy in bulk?
I do.
So how has that worked out for you? Do you feel like you get through all your items? Does it cause more stress? What is your general feeling around bulk shopping?
We do a lot of bulk paper goods. So we buy bulk paper towels, we buy bulk toilet paper, we buy bulk food items that I know my kid will eat, easily or a lot of. But I have found that there's some items I buy in bulk and there's others that I do not because trial and error, I found that I don't get to them or I don't use them or I don't want as much of that as I thought I did. So it's kind of a learning process.
Do you remember any of those items that you used to buy in bulk that you're like, no, I really don't need bulk of this?
I still have it. I bought a 10-pound bag of white rice.
Oh, that's a lot of rice.
It's a lot of rice. And honestly, we eat a lot of rice at our house. Not a lot, but we eat rice regularly. And I'll say that as much as I thought I would be cooking with rice, I'm not. And so the rice is still in my pantry and taking up a lot of room.
10 pounds of rice is a lot of space.
It's a lot of rice.
So do you think, I know you're saying you wouldn't necessarily buy it in bulk in the future, but if you could narrow that space down to a single box, would that make you feel lighter in the space? Is it okay to take up, because how much space would you say it's taking up on your shelf?
It is taking up a lot of space on my shelf. And it's disallowed me to buy other things that I want to have.
Say, there's something else you'd rather have there.
Yeah. And so what we've actually done is I won't allow myself to buy like pastas right now because we need to eat the rice because pasta and rice are kind of the same to me-ish in some ways. And so we're trying to eat more rice than pasta. But once the pasta's done, we're going to just figure it out. Yeah. So I will say, yes, I think that I thought I was going to eat a lot of rice and I haven't. So I've learned.
That's okay, And then you're setting boundaries for yourself. So I'm not going to buy more. So we have this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to continue to buy in bulk. We're going to use the pasta or the rice before we move on. So yeah. You're learning.
Yeah. What about you? Are you a bulk purchaser?
I am not normally a bulk purchaser. So if you listened in the previous episode, I will buy in bulk for like our freezer meals.
Yes.
But it's because I know we're buying it or immediately freezing it and then it's all going to be used.
Right.
Besides that, I really don't. I will buy sometimes in bulk paper towels or toilet paper just because I know it's going to be used. But I am also having to tell myself that I'm going to be living in discomfort for a little bit if I have too much that's taking up the allocated space I have. Sure. So that's just something I have to decide on my own. But I do like to buy it whenever it's on sale, and get, a little bit more. Produce is also something we usually go through pretty quickly. So I'll buy that. Usually just double packs,
Yeah.
Double up. But I will say one place, and part of this might be the PTSD of going to Maine every summer where so whenever we go to visit my brother and his family, my brother loves Costco. Like we joke, like he's gonna have a Costco birthday party one day because he loves the Costco, and so he loves to buy. He's like, well, we're gonna eat it. We're gonna take. So he will go overboard and buy a ton of food. And there are, I mean, 8 of us in the house. So there's a lot of mouths to feed, right? But by the time the food gets in the fridge, it is so stacked and food is on top of each other that you forget what's behind there. You have to
I've
pull
done that
things out to
before.
get the other
Mhm.
food out.
Mhm.
And so I think it's something that works well whenever it's just him and his family. They have a system that works, but I think whenever we add in so many more people and we think, oh, well, there's more of us, so we need more food and we're going to consume more, it tends to just be like me building snack stations in like the living room and the dining room and trying to find spaces for things. And so yeah, so I tend to not usually buy in bulk, but
Okay. Yeah.
that's where I'm at in my life. But one of the things as we were going through and discussing this topic, we actually came across some research and it shows that, let me see, do you think buying more makes you consume more or less?
Well, I've heard of the scarcity mindset. Like if you have a little bit or if you don't have a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to use less of it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's opposite. If you have more, you'll use more of it. I feel like you have enough, so I can just use it. So I would think you might use more.
So there is a study done by Pierre, Chandon, and Brian Wansink. I apologize if my Texas accent is butchering the French, but they found something called stockpiling induced consumption. And they found that consumers who stockpile products, those products then become more visible, they become more convenient and mentally available. So that increases how often and how much people use them. So you are correct. If you have a large amount of items, you tend to consume more. So,
So that mindset, it sounds like, is more visible. I have a lot of
mhm.
it. It's here. I need to use it. I wonder, like, is there like a threshold? Like, is it like a Costco or
Hmm,
is it like a prepper kind of thing? Because I know even
that'd be interesting to.
preppers who like really stockpile, they're actually not using that stuff. They're actually waiting
Right.
to use it if there's an emergency or a zombie apocalypse. But those who have more, I mean, I'm just thinking of my house. Like, do we use more paper towels or do we
Hmm.
use more toilet paper if we have more that
More.
I can see?
Well, their research said that convenience plays a huge role. So, easy to grab items like snacks, drinks, paper goods, and household products are used more quickly when stockpiled. And that simply seeing excess inventory increases psychological permission to use more, which goes back to that stockpiling induced consumption. And then larger package sizes and backup supplies reduce the feeling of scarcity, which lowers self monitoring and portion awareness.
So this is not just use of items, but this is actual consumption of
Yes.
items too. So if I have a whole lot of strawberries in my fridge, I can eat a whole lot because
Mm-hmm.
there's a whole lot left.
Yes. So it says this is why people will pour larger bowls of cereal out of bigger boxes. It also says why people snack more when they buy warehouse size bags. They use more paper towels when rolls are abundant, or they forget they already own something and so they buy more duplicates because they forgot they had it already.
How interesting. So is buying in bulk good for us? No. Well, and I will say, like, maybe if you're running a company or have a huge family and you know you need, the bulk sizes and you're going to
Mm-hmm.
use that, maybe more product for more people is one thing, but maybe we should be going to the store more and saving our space more, and maybe that'll save our finances too.
For sure. I
I
mean, if
think that it could.
so, it really depends on, again, it's like how our book is tailor made to you and how you use the space, what systems work for you. So this really depends on your behaviors with the food
Hmm.
and what you do with it. So if you are buying in bulk and you are using the items and you're not buying duplicates and you actually are gaining a savings from it, then it is a benefit to you.
Hmm.
If you are buying in bulk and either consuming more, so then you're having to buy more, so you're really not saving,
Right.
or if you're not using the product and it expires, or if it's a very large item that's taking up a lot of space in your home and causing you stress, or if it's making you have to stack your food in a way where, again, you can't find it, causes stress, it expires, then it may not be as beneficial. Or maybe it's like how you were saying, maybe there's certain items I buy in bulk, and maybe there's certain items I don't.
Or certain events, like
Or certain
for
events,
if
yeah.
we're having like a birthday party or a family gathering, you might buy some bulk items to feed more people or accommodate more people. But on the daily, maybe I'm not buying that in bulk.
Let me ask you this, because you do host a lot.
I love hosting.
Yes, and you do buy in bulk.
I
So
do.
if you, in your experience of hosting, do you normally go through the food that you have bought in bulk? Do you usually have a lot of leftovers? What has your experience been?
So I am a person that grew up with a mother who was so good at cooking and providing food that I've learned that to be a good host, you have to make sure everyone is well fed. So I will say I probably buy in bulk and buy like multiple things in bulk when I have an event. So like pizzas. Just had a birthday party for my kid recently in the last couple months. I bought 6 pizzas. We ate 3. So I have leftovers, but we also will eat those pizzas later. Or, I bought 2 cartons of the largest strawberries and 2 cartons of the green grapes and 2 cartons of, the cutie oranges because we have a 5-year-old and a lot of kids coming over. We ate 1 carton for the party and then we will still eat the rest. So I feel like I'm probably eating a lot more fruit when I have those accommodating things, but
or you cut them up and save them in the freezer.
yes, because if they go bad, then you need to cut them up and put them in smoothies. So I don't know. I'm actually thinking through this. A lot of good reflection here of like what I need to buy in bulk and what I don't, because I can't say we will always eat more of that or use more of that when we buy it, but I will always have extra left over just in case. And then we'll have convenient, snack foods or whatever.
Right.
So it's not bad, I would say. It's not bad, but I don't think I'm eating it all. No.
And you're also blessed with having multiple fridges. So you have space to store the bulk items. So
yes, my husband loves refrigerators and lights and tools.
Is that his love language? Refrigerators, lights, and tools.
Yes, I have a story
It should
to
be on
tell
a
you
shirt.
later. I have a story to tell you. Yes, so we do have multiple fridges for snacks and drinks and hosting.
So I think it's trying to find the balance, right, between preparedness and then the balance of peace in our home. So, like we said earlier, for me, it was really trying to, the reframe for me was switching from like this almost victim mentality of like, oh, this stuff is invading my space and what do I do? To no, I chose to bring these items into my home. So therefore now I have to find a place for them and make it function. So if I choose to buy in bulk, I am also choosing to either temporarily live in that chaos, or I'm choosing to designate more space to bulk items that I will use and create a backstock. So for me, that was a really big shift to say, no, I am in control and I am choosing to live this way or that way. Again, no wrong answers.
With multiple fridges.
With multiple fridges, that's right.
Our family has chosen to live with multiple fridges to accommodate all of the frozen, a lot of it's frozen items or drinks, and I don't drink soda, but we have soda in our fridge if someone needs soda when they come over. My kid likes some juices and those things. I like a certain drink that helps me get through the day. So, yeah.
So I know we touched on like the prepper mentality. So did you, or how do you help clients or work with people if they say, you know what, I have to prepare, I need this in bulk? How do you find that balance?
I will say there's some families that I work with that are like me and mine, where we need to be prepared to host and have for others. But I do know there are some people who kind of cross that line to, emergency preparedness and kind of the catastrophic thinking. And we really have to work on, how much is enough. And it really does take just a little bit of that mindset of, will this be enough? And how likely are these catastrophes to happen, and how much would you need to feel comfortable and safe and all of those things. So I don't have an exact answer because I think it is very individualistic. Like our book, like how much space do you have, how many people in your family do you have, how much food are you
Mhm.
cooking at home, or how much, you know, paper towels are you needing. It's all very individualized. However, this has given me a little bit of food for thought, and maybe some discussions I can have with my husband about how we use our refrigerators, how we stockpile our, you know, spaces for dried, you know, dried food or
Mhm.
paper goods and things. But I think it's something for me to maybe do some reflection and see how I'm using those items.
So do you normally like your paper towels? Do you have a designated spot where it all fits, or do you have like a small sampling of paper towels and then you keep the back stock somewhere else?
We have a paper towel roll in our kitchen. We have some paper towel rolls under the bathrooms, you know, if we're ever doing some like cleaning and things. And then all of the rest is in our garage on a shelf.
Okay.
Yeah. So only what we use is like where it needs to be, and everything else is to be found in the garage where we do a lot of storage of things.
So if you buy in bulk and your
Mhm.
pantry's full or whatever, where does your excess go? Where is your back stock area? Is it all in the garage?
We do not have an excess area
Okay.
anymore.
Oh, anymore.
Yeah, we
So
had
you
a mouse
reframed and
problem.
reclaimed it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll happen. But
Yeah.
you've learned and
Yeah, we've decided only food in the house now.
yeah, that makes it. But like paper goods and stuff like that, that excess is
Um, Bottled waters, if we
okay.
have that. Vinegar, distilled water, because we do a lot of cleaning and steaming of things, so we have to use distilled water for some of that. Paper towels, those go in the garage. So it's more like things that are not consumable.
Okay.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a system that works.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we've given everybody a lot of food for thought today. Again, there's no wrong answer whether you buy in bulk or you don't. Just trying to be thoughtful and mindful of if you will use it all, if you'll forget what's there. Um, just things will it cause you more stress to have so many
Mhm.
items in the home. So
Does it
yeah,
serve you or does it
yeah.
stress you?
Ooh, I like that.
Mm.
Put that on a shirt too. It's full of them. Anyways, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you know someone that buys in bulk and suffers from expired food or, the consumables or even the extra paper towels taking over, share this episode, give them some food for thought, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.